Oh boy. Guess we're live. How's everyone doing today? Everyone. When I say everyone, I say everybody. Kind of get up. How's everyone doing? So I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. Maybe go live more often. Um, I'm kind of off my flow, if you would. But trying to get back into the swing of things. So if you're watching this, have some patience. If you are, thanks for watching. I was gonna play a couple of videos. It'll probably get copywritten because I don't have permission from the owners of the official videos that I want to play. But I need something to do to get my head right and just get my mind off everything because I'm really going through some shit right now. And to be honest with you, so you know, without further ado, here we go. I just want to rant a little bit. So if you're watching this, thanks for watching. And if not, go fuck yourself. So this is full spectrum survival. He's talking about well, let's just see what he's talking about. Ready?
Going to be able to heat their homes this winter to keep their children warm. That is the warning that is flashing across the mainstream and local media reports as energy markets continue to struggle in order to keep up with demand as consumers have the hardest times of their lives paying inflated prices for home heat and vehicle expenses. It is already being reported that consumers are struggling with the fastest price increase in decades. Now we can expect a crunch.
He's talking about the heat prices and stuff. But you know what's crazy? The other day, off topic, I was gonna play my Xbox the other day, and I took out the HDMI cord and I hooked it up to my computer or my laptop just to see what happened. And so now it's weird. I could watch that because I do all this like off the top of the head. I'm reconnecting. Or hopefully you guys can hear this. I'm doing this like off the top of the. No one. There's no guidance. I don't ask for guidance. We reconnected again, and I'm sorry because I got a weak connection. So if it's buffering, my apologies. But I just need something. I just need something to get distracted, man. I need to get into something again because I'm in such a fucking dark place right now in my life that when I look up, the only light I see coming from a black hole. You know what I mean? I'm trying to stay positive and stay focused. So I need like a distraction. So this is what I'm doing. So if you don't like it or whatever, and if you do, cool. But I need to do something because I'm going out of my fucking mind, and it's getting bad. It's getting bad. I'm getting stuck on my fucking head, and it's not a good place to be sometimes.
Crunch in the energy market, warns one
Hopefully you can
distribution
hear this.
outlet. They're telling you that they are going to increase your prices, decrease your availability, and the American people are going to suffer for it. You need to get ready for a dark and cold winter. It is one thing not to be able to purchase enough boxes of stuffing or cans of cranberry to be able to have your normal annual holiday meals. It is an entire different ordeal to not be able to keep your children warm at night. It is an entirely different the entire United States of America. The price of this physical survival item has nearly doubled in the past 12 months alone. This inflation is being matched by the price of crude oil, which is used by an additional 15 to 20% of all U.S. households. We're looking at 70% of the United States of America about to experience an energy crisis. This other 20% rely on it for oil and propane during the winter. We are seeing the worst of all conditions, warns one distribution outlet. In the USA alone, up to 80% of U.S. households.
This is something that the mainstream media won't tell you guys. I mean, if you look at the gas prices in my neighborhood, I'm paying 350 for like 87. But luckily I live in a place where, well, it's unfortunate because I live in the Northeast in New York, and of course the gas prices are going to be all high and shit. But I don't have to flip that bill, but a lot of people have to, and a lot of people are going to suffer. Look at all the tanker ships off the coast of the East Coast and the West Coast, and I mean, Christmas is going to be a disaster. Halloween's going to be Halloween. Thanksgiving is going to be like twice as expensive as last year. There's not a lot of good news coming from the underground, but the mainstream media won't tell you that. So I'm gonna keep it real with everything I do. So I'm gonna try to bring you some underground news. I just need a distraction because if not, it's a long story, man. You can hit me up if if you want to talk to me and shit. I'm all over the place, man. I'm in such a fog right now, man. It's unbelievable, and I need to get out. I need to get out of here, out of my mind. I need to get out of my mind because I'm gonna keep it official with you. Um, and I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer and shit, but I'm just going through some shit, and I've been going through some shit for like the last 6 months, and I'm really in a fucking dark place, and anything could fucking happen. Anything.
Households and where yearly fuel consumption is used during the winter months. And now reports are showing that there is a growing and significant chance that households will have to go without, or they will have to make the difficult decision of whether they keep their lights on, put food on the table, or keep their homes warm during winter. If you think that Americans are not already being pulled at both ends, a new report shows that 17% of all those polled in a survey gave up certain food items so that they could pay for health care in the last 6 months alone. Moving back to the looming gas crisis, Mark Wolf, an executive director at the National Energy Assistance Directors Association, that's quite a mouthful, a group of state officials administering aid to low income households, he says that those living paycheck to paycheck, as soon as the American people are pulled too tight, he warns, they're going to snap. In fact, officials are already beginning to see signs of the frailty of the social order of things. And now experts like Mark Wolf are warning that when the bills start coming in December and January, he said, and this is a quote, people, the public, is going to get angry. Jeffrey Conrad, a senior director at Catholic.
Just imagine, right? Let's play what if. Just imagine. Yeah, I got my towel hanging up. How ghetto. Well, just imagine, right? Thanksgiving's a total disaster. Like, there's no Black Friday, right? Or you can't get your son or daughter, right? Or boyfriend, whatever, girlfriend, whatever. The new Xbox Call of Duty game, right? There's not enough games to go around. Look at how many kids are gonna be tight as shit. Come Christmas Day, you're gonna be like, you know, I was a good kid. Where's my gifts, right? You better have some spending to do. I'm just gonna give my kids money. I'm gonna be like, listen, you go buy whatever you want. Santa didn't come here. There is no chimney. And he's not coming through the front door because there's a warning on my sign on my front door. It says, But on some real OG shit, like, just think how tight people are gonna be if there's no Christmas, right? And fucking Thanksgiving's gonna be just shit, and there's no gifts to give the kids. Boy, I tell you what, there's gonna be a lot of explaining to do. There's gonna be a lot of explaining to do. If you're watching this video, if you're first time stumbling across me, my name's Alone Capone. I appreciate you for watching. I'm kind of off my. I haven't been doing this much, so I'm like kind of rusty. And I never really been like a successful YouTuber, so I'm just doing it because I just need someone to. I just need something to fucking do, man, because I just can't do nothing. I appreciate y'all for watching. I really do. And how come you're not a moderator? You will be right now. Boom and boom. Cherokee girl, here you go. Moderator. So I appreciate everyone who watches. And I'm just trying to kick it, keep it real. You know, if you guys know me, I always keep it real at the same time. Fuck it. I don't care. Like, I just gotta be me. And if you don't like who I am, then you know, it is what it is. So but I'm just, the mainstream media ain't kicking the real shit. You know, it's not like bite off other people's styles. I'm just doing this my own thing, my own way. And there's other YouTubers out there, so you know, you don't have to watch me, but if you do, I appreciate you. So here we go. Back to the video.
Catholic Charities, which is a social outreach organization run by the church, they're warning both nonprofit and government organization programs are expected to be overwhelmed once winter hits full tilt. Once January hits, he says, that's where the rubber is going to meet the road, and we need to be prepared for an influx of people.
You're welcome, Cherry
coming
Girl.
to us.
Thank you.
It's already
Appreciate
being suggested and reported to shareholder companies. Now, get this. I want you to think about these next couple of things I'm seeing here. It is already being suggested and reported to shareholders that power companies are bracing for a wave of missed payments and a wave of delinquent accounts come March. So in just a couple of months from now, as states that mandated in many cases that utility companies were not able to shut off utilities during the winter months run up, and you're going to see bills come due worth thousands of dollars, warns one outlet. And people, the American people, are not going to be able to, or they're just not going to pay them. But if you think this is not done,
and Cherry Girl, I appreciate you because what you said makes a lot of sense. Because I was talking to a friend of mine today, and he's older than me, older gentleman, and I kind of wear like my emotions on my sleeve. You know when something's wrong with me. You know, people that know me, like, yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I mean? And buffering. So he said, you know, you got to take care of yourself first, Johnny. You know, and make sure you're good because you can't help anything or anybody or do anything for anyone else if you're not happy. You know. So like, here's a little short story that I want to tell you real quick. Um, one of my buddies called me, and I know I'm buffering again. So one of my buddies called me up, and he's like, "Hey, man, you know, let me borrow $20. You know, we gonna do such and such and shit." So I'm like, "All right." So I quickly take a shower. I get out of work. I quickly take a shower. Um, I blew off other plans that I had with somebody else. I'm like, okay, you know, and I go to see homie and shit, and we go to the bank. He's trying to get money out. Now I don't know if it's his account or someone else's, but he's on the phone. Right, he's on the phone trying to talk to his buddy. He's like, "Hey, I can't get money out." So I was like, "Bro," I said, "Not for nothing," you know. And I apologize for the fucking buffer and shit. And so I'm like, "Not for nothing, bro." I said, "But I don't really fuck with clowns." You know what I mean? Like, if you can't handle your fucking business and be a man and fucking like, first of all, and I'm not gonna try to like rag on people. Everyone has an issue or shit to get over, and I get it. But it's like, if you can't handle your basic business, like maintain the place or collect money, and I hope the buffering's not too bad. But to make a long story short, right? He wanted to borrow some money from me. $20. Well, here's the $20 in his pocket. So he goes and buys a fucking twisted tea, like the big ass little twisted teas, and then he brings me the change. Like, dog, no, hold up. The money you borrowed was for us to make some money, not for you to go buy a beer. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, I don't want to fuck with clowns, and I'm having a real fucking bad day. So the whole thing was, if I can't help myself, I can't help anybody else. But this guy can't help himself or anyone else either. And I'm just tired of dealing with people that can't fucking make shit happen. And hopefully this buffering is going away. Can y'all understand me? Can y'all hear what the fuck I'm talking about? Cherokee, can you hear what I'm saying, or is this just buffering? Because it would make sense if it was just buffering. Fuck, can't win. Mostly buffering. Or you can hear mostly what I'm saying. Take that bong rip. Yeah, I'm trying to, y'all. Yeah, I apologize for that. It just, like I said, man. I can't even get to the point where I could fucking. I can't hear shit. Okay. That's the ball. Blessed is those. Lord. Oh, this is just awesome. Just fucking phenomenal. I swear to God, today was one of those fucking days. Oh, yeah, buffer, suffer. All right, here we go. I'm going to play the video.
Done on purpose. I just want you to listen to this. Brett Ryan, a senior U.S. economist, and thousands of his colleagues say that they want more of what commodity market insiders call capital your blood boil. So these
is this about my ex-wife?
Market holders want capital discipline. That's letting prices run higher before producing more supply so that those to gain can actually obtain higher, greater returns while demand is robust. So let me get this right. A drug dealer gives drugs to people to get them hooked on it, right? Let's say heroin. A drug dealer gives heroin.
Whoa.
He gives the first couple of free or maybe at a low cost because you're just buddies and he's just trying to give you a deal, just having a good time. After a couple of months, you've got some crack addict that's whacked out of their mind. They don't know what to do without this drug. They have to have it. They feel like they need it to survive, and they will do anything to get it. They'll take things from their family members. It doesn't matter. All they're doing is feeding that addiction. Let's flip that slide over to the American economy, the marketplace right now.
There was this one. I think I was listening to Steve Harvey. I hope you can hear me. I was listening to Steve Harvey, and he was talking about like positive people and negative people. And he said, positive people can be taken down by negative people. But it's hard for a negative person to be raised up by a positive person because a negative person always sees the negative in everything. I believe that shit. And it's not that I look at shit like it's doom and gloom, but I don't know. You gotta look at shit the real way sometimes. I'm gonna try to move this and maybe see if the buffering stops. Try to move it a little bit, see what happens. See if that helps. You should check out Mark 11. All right, I will. I'll make a note of that. I'll check that out. But let's get through this video and see what happens. If we can make it happen.
People need gasoline. People need propane. People need gas. But instead of reaching that demand by supplying more, by pulling more up out of the ground. Instead of doing that, you say, hold on, let's let them pay a little bit more because we know they need it. That should make you sick, but that's exactly where we are today. Judy Edwards sent me in a message saying, heads up again, gas stations along I-40 and Holbrook are out of diesel totally and have turned off the flow of gas to very slow in hopes of making their gas supply last until more arrives. But they are not expecting a fuel delivery anytime soon. If you're traveling across this region, plan ahead, she says. No diesel, no gas available. When these prices start to move through to the consumer, the American people are literally going to lose it. We have just a couple of months here of what we're going to have to accept is the new normal, where we're going to have to get ready to suffer that next crunch of what we're experiencing. New reports show that producer prices have continued their sky.
Oh, baby. All right, so hope you can hear this message. Here's a message I want to convey. Learn what you can about the Great Depression, and then learn what you can about like underground shit. Like, you don't have to believe everything the mainstream media tells you. Try to find other sources of news. Cherokee, things are going to get worse. Prepare. I have enough food alone to last me a year. No fresh fruit, produce, of course. Lots of ammo and arrows, etc. Yes, do all that. Do all that. People don't believe me when I tell them that. They're like, they have so much faith in the government. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know where the faith from the government comes from. I really don't. But if you don't prepare, you're gonna be done. Fucking done. Everybody gonna be done. Everybody. Know what I mean?
Skyward rise to 8.6%, matching a September record high. According to the reports, inflation at the wholesale level has shot up 8.6% from a year earlier, matching September's record annual gain and proving, without a shadow
of a doubt,
that inflationary pressures are increasing, they are not temporary, and they are not easing. Go back to that drug dealer analogy. And now we have the housing market, we have the wage market, we have the cost of living market, we have the supermarket, we have all of these different markets that are controlled by people who just want to make more money, no matter whether it kills you or not. And if you don't think that's true, then question why 17% of those polled gave up food to pay for health insurance. And if you don't think that's true, ask why pharmaceutical organizations are discontinuing cheaper alternatives and instead pushing through with the medicines that cost $40,000 a month.
What?
If you don't think that they are okay,
I'm gonna shoot my motherfucking pharmacist
or pain through their rear end, then you are being misled. No one is your friend out here.
Dear pharmacist, you try to fucking steal my fucking $40,000, I'm gonna fucking shoot you, motherfucker. Get your shit. I'm gonna get all them drugs. Best believe. Fuck with me. $40,000. Cocksuckers.
We are literally living through a dystopia. We are living through a Mad Max time where people are still wearing their collared shirts and going to work and taking their children to childcare. But it is an shtf situation. We are living times. If you were to tell your grandparents about the things that you are experiencing today,
of illegals have been shipped to Florida with at least 1,000 more illegals on the way. Of course. What are they gonna do? Where are these motherfuckers gonna work? I don't get it. Is everywhere illegals coming from? Boggling. To be honest with you, for what reason? D Money. D Money. That's like a rapper name. Yo, D Money. I'm good. I seen you did something about Sharon. She was stalking you or something. I didn't check it out, but because I'm trying not to get into the whole blah 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 affair, you know. But I don't know when it's coming. I might just get bored. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Anyway, don't tell your husband I said that. I don't want your husband to come kill me. Same items I always buy. Have you gone up consistently for the last 2 weeks? The other day, last whatever it was, Friday, I dropped $650 on my car. Yeah, I know you do. I spent $650 on my car, so I'm kind of like, but the car's running good. I needed an alternator, a serpentine belt. It got towed because it broke down. I got an oil changed, a bunch of shit, whatever, right? So it cost me $650, $646.70 to be exact. Okay, um, yeah. So kind of tired about that because it's Christmas coming up, all this other good shit, whatever. I'm gonna be okay. It's just it puts me behind the 8 ball again. It's fine. But anyway, how are you guys doing? I mean, I'm cool. Oh, you're not married? I thought you had a man because what's her name said, "Oh, you trying to hit on this married girl and she got a man." I was like, "Well, I didn't. First of all, I didn't know she had a man. And if she did, I would never, try to overstep boundaries. First of all, and you know, but I mean, some married women cheat on their husbands. So I was kind of like, well, I'm seeing someone, but I'm not married. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. God bless. Cool, cool, cool. I'm single. Yay me! But like I said, there's a person that I would like to be with, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. So I'm just gonna, you know, shop now. Boobin says presidents will be late. Yeah. Yep. Biden. Yeah. Presidents are gonna be late. So if you're like, if you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah, you better get your shit now before it's all gone. Don't wait till Black Friday because when it's Black Friday, it's all gonna be gone. It's all gonna be gone by Black Friday, and you're gonna be shut out of luck. And then the kids are gonna be like, "I thought you loved me," but they don't know what's going on. And most adults don't really know what's going on. So I'm trying to get through this video. This is only the first video. I don't know how many more I'm gonna do, depending on how much I buffer or whatever. And so if you can hear me, I appreciate you for watching. All right.
All of these things that you're seeing talked about every single day, they take that 9% and they shoot it up another 4, 5, 6%. They make new deals with the manufacturers to say, well, let us work the market ourselves so that we can see where people will go, the extent that our little addicts will go to so that they can pay for their Nikes, their iPhone, their medicine, their aspirin, their water. Let's let it rise as high as we can. We had a lot of reports that were downgrading concern over a Chinese-U.S. military conflict, but let me warn you about something. The U.S. military is concerned about China, and you need to be as well. This doesn't mean that the U.S.
Fuck you, China. Remember? Fuck you, China.
They are vulnerable.
You liar.
Is that there are inescapable truths that we are facing right now. One of those truths is coming to us from a report from the Defense Department inside the U.S. military that acknowledges and now warns that China has the world's largest navy with 355 ships and counting. This isn't some Chinese propaganda piece. This is from the Pentagon. This is from leading military directors to the U.S. government. They are telling the U.S. government, you better wake up because the war drums are beating. You better wake up because change is here. And you better wake up because a beast is rising. The Defense Department report released recently warning on China's dramatic growth militarily, saying that the nation has vowed to take back Taiwan and destroy anyone who comes to Taiwan's aid. They now have the biggest maritime force on the globe with an inventory of 305 vessels. The report goes on to warn that the People's Liberation Army Navy, or the PLAN, is expected to expand its inventory to 420 ships within the next 4 years, according to the Pentagon's China military.
What, we ain't got 420 missiles to shoot these motherfuckers down?
Known major combatants, major surface combatants, submarines, aircraft carriers, ocean-going amphibious ships, mine warfare ships, and fleet auxiliaries, according to the report. This covers events that are taking place all across our world. You need to get ready for what is happening. You need to get ready for what you're seeing in your local environment. And you need to get ready for what is coming. There are a couple of things that you and I can do as individuals. We can make sure that we know first aid. We can make sure that we talk with friends and family, and we can make sure that we stockpile our pantry. But also, you need to be prepared and planning to do 3 things in the event of a disaster. You need to be able to defend yourself. You need to be able to move. So you need to be of a physical fitness or capability that you can at least move. And you need to be able to communicate. We started talking a couple of months ago with a satellite phone company about how we wanted to bridge that.
So what you need, all right, let me break it down for you. Yeah. You need an AR-15 with 2 30-round mags and like 4 10-round mags, 20-round mags, right? You need 2 or B, and then you need a first aid kit. You know what I mean? Jesus Christ. I'm just kidding, but yo, you got your motherfuckers better get ready. Just get your ass ready. You know what I'm talking about? Get ready. Do something. Buy a fucking candle, all right? Buy a fucking candle. Joey Gouda. I don't know. Joey, am I here? Now, Joseph. Remember, the females on my page are mine, so you got to go find your own. Just kidding. I'm single. You can have them all. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let's get back to the video. Just don't fuck with Dark Angel. She's mine. I'll kill you. I'll fucking shank the shit out you. Fucking. I'm just kidding. I'd be playing. Angel's mine. Cherokee's mine. We having a sick 3-way one day. Maybe, hopefully. In my head. I'm just playing. You don't know.
That gap, because ham radio is one.
Yo, I try to calm myself so much when I can. Like, I just love life so much. I just be like,
and its own negatives. We have ham radios here.
No matter what life throws at me.
But I also wanted an alternative. That alternative was a satellite phone. So we've been trying these out. You need to be able to shoot, move, and communicate in a disaster. You need to be able to plan moving.
Oh, you need walkie-talkie.
In chat room with sat123.com. They have live agents that are willing to take your calls right now. I said I'm absolutely not going to
call my sister. She'll take your call right now. It's 1-800. Oh shit!
In the best and the worst of conditions.
Oh, Dark Angel, just sexy ass.
Communication devices using satellite
Play
services
games.
like the Bivy sticks. So when the grid goes down, when your cell tower goes down, when you can't call your wife or your father or your children to tell them to meet at your backup location, you have to have another plan in place. But if you want an insurance program, you can.
It's an N angel.
Like this are going
N-A-N, not angel.
As an insurance program right now,
God,
Inmarsat
man,
are free. They said this isn't going to last a long time. You have to sign up for the annual plan, but they are free phones. You're getting a free phone. It's hard to beat
That's an Obama phone.
They also have other options. Now, these Inmarsats, these are great for North America. They have other options for Australia, other options for the United Kingdom, those areas.
Every time she says something,
if you have
my heart goes.
I know you're going to, because everything you do for your survival, whether it's a Berkey filter from somewhere like USABerkeys.com.
What about firecrackers?
Berkeys for 8-9 years. Remember, if you use the code FSS10, you'll get 10% off there.
What about firecrackers? You think firecrackers is something we should be stocking up on? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Listen. All right, back to the video. Go ahead. Y'all could chat if you want to. Joey, remember, she got the wrench. I'm the hammer, but she got the wrench. And when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
If you want a Berkey, if you want a pool outside, if you want a gas grill, no matter what it is, you have questions. Talk to the people at stat123.com/FSS. Talk to the people there.
A whole room just full of toilet paper. When we get hungry, we'll just eat the toilet paper.
We're using it in our grow bags. So that if we have
how ghetto is this? I don't give a fuck. Look, I got my fucking towel just sitting on the door. I don't give a shit. I'm from the hood.
If I need it for
dumbass. That's what happens when you're born in the projects. You're like,
this is something that I can control.
Projects.
It adds another layer to my protection. Think about it. See if it's right for you. Make sure that you visit us here at Full Spectrum Survival on YouTube. It's the only place right now that we're publishing videos. Please leave one comment. Have you thought about a sat phone? Have you thought about how there's alternatives to ham radio when the rest of the grid goes down? Have you thought about stock in your pantry? Have you thought about the need to plan, to move, and grow? We are literally changing each other's lives.
Here we go with this.
From my family to yours, please stay safe.
Buffering bullshit.
And keep watch.
What if I don't want to watch? I kind of like to watch. Oh, shit. No, I don't. I like to kind of join in. Oh, you're going to die? No. Of course not, man. Only the strong will survive. Are you strong enough? Joey, let me ask you a question, Joey Gorda. Let me ask. Dark alley. And there's one can of fucking beans right there. And we're both going to starve to death if we don't get that can of beans. Do you think you could beat me hand to hand for that can of beans? Think about it. You think you could take me over a can of beans? That's the question. Because if not, ask yourself honestly, right? Say, nah, Capone. Nah, you probably get me. You know, you're 6'1", 250 pounds. You probably got me, you know. But just think about that. Then you're going to start at that. So you're going to die? I don't know. You might starve to death. Just might. See, if Dark Angel, if me and her were fighting over a can of beans, she wouldn't have to fight. I'd be like, well, here's 3/3 of the can. I'll find another one for myself, and you'll be good. All right, well, that's what it is. It's going to be survival of the fittest. Now, if you're a female and you ain't got a man, you better get one real quick. When shit hits the fan, what you going to do? Suck a dick? Oh, I see what you did there, Capone. Started rhyming. And I do it with expressible timing. And I don't even know what that means.
Which collapsed production resulted in perilously low inventory levels all over the country.
I beg you.
Into the used vehicle market, and that also caused a staggering.
Now, Joey, if it was you versus Dark Angel for a can of beans, can of beer. Well, shit, if it was a can of beer, everyone's dead. You feel me? You're all gonna die. But a can of beans, I give it to Dark Angel. But if it was Dark Angel versus Joey with that shotgun, I think it's gonna be Dark Angel. And her and I will be eating some beans while Joey's over there. Well, while rigor mortis sets in, I'll be enjoying some beans. I'm just saying. And I'm gonna take a sip of a beer out of a straw. That's how fucking raw I am. Like a boss.
As the computer chip shortage aggravates problems plaguing the factory compound. That's extremely unfortunate because vehicles are escalated by 9.2% over the year.
See, that's what you get from me. Complete fucking insanity. Beans and deer steaks. Yeah, that sounds good, right? Got some hot sauce. Yeah.
By 38% from the already sky-high levels last October, but compared to October 2019 levels,
I wish some random person would come along and watch the channel and be like, "What the hell did we stumble onto?"
If you bought a new car over the past couple of years, right now it could potentially be worth more than when it was brand new.
All right, I'm gonna sell my Honda Accord for fucking 50 G's, motherfucker. Anybody want to buy my Honda Accord? I bought it for 9,000. I'll sell it to you for 18,000.
Given that there's no end in sight for this brand, it hurts to
I know.
think about
Capone,
what happened
how did you afford a car?
prices continue to climb.
Right? Like, motherfucker, I'm incapable of making money. It's funny. One of my ex-adversaries, it's so hilarious, I could barely breathe, actually accused me of not owning anything. Not a car, not a camper, not renting an apartment for the last fucking 3.5 years. Oh, no, what's the word I'm a, what's that word? Everything's clean. There's food in the refrigerator. Yeah, I have a fucking TV, a laptop, a fucking new phone, a fucking whatever that is, Kindle Fire, fucking whatever that is, 200-watt speaker, fucking freezer full of fucking food, tools. But I'm a squatter. That's what I am. Oh, sure I am. Says Swedenly. Yeah, yeah. I don't listen to what the fuck my adversaries have to say. To be honest, it's a joke to me. It's just funny that motherfuckers believe it. You know what I mean? Yeah, watch. I'm gonna show you something. Let me show you. Let me give you an example. Just a little sample, if you will. Put on my new coat that I ain't even wore yet. Oh, wait, what's this say? What's this? Oh, ooh, 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 about to go ape shit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is my adversary. What's it look like? Fucking look like. Yeah, nothing made in China is gonna last long, nigga. How many no more shit I bought in China, this shit don't last for a fucking week. These boats ain't gonna beat ours. Fuck out of here. Look at this. Get some, Balboa. It's the Nordica on my chest. Come on. Squatting. I'm over here squatting, y'all. Over here squatting. Wearing Nordica. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Driving a fucking Honda Sport Nordica. Suck my ass, rocking felines. All my adversaries can suck my dick. Fuck out of here. Anyway, done playing fucking show and tell. These fucking clowns.
Decline.
And I show you other shit, but it's illegal to show you on fucking YouTube. So now I have to show you in person.
Is that
I can't.
October is
I
known
can't.
as the month when used vehicle prices usually go down.
And nothing made in China lasts.
Index data. October
Except maybe some Chinese pussy. That's about it.
average vehicle depreciation, and therefore used prices decline. This October was the first October in the history of the index, which dates back to 1997, that a major price increase has occurred in October. During the fall, new cars are usually the stars of the show as new models are released and old models discounted, says Jonathan Smoke, chief economist at Cox Automotive. However, that's clearly not the case this year. Smoke says the strongest months are always during tax refund season, so late fall usually represents the lull in the market before dealers begin to stock up for spring. Given that lull in the market before dealers begin to stock up for spring. Given that consumer demand remains as strong as ever, industry experts say prices
you want to sell some, sell it around March, right? When motherfuckers getting their tax returns. I'm behind you listening to the broadcast. Ooh, cool. Yeah. I appreciate everyone who listens. And my neighbors over here telling Vietnam War stories. It's awesome. I love them all. The moral of the story. You want to learn a little something? Can you guys hear me good right now? I want to turn the end because it's a good one. I wish I would have knew this a long time ago. So here we go. I don't give a fuck if we buffering or not. And I might have said this before, but I'm going to say it again because not everyone listens to every one of my fucking quote unquote podcasts. Right? It's just me shooting the shit. There's really no direction to the whole shit. Like I'm kind of like firing blindly. It's like spray and pray, you know. It's just like maybe I'll hit something. The purpose of life, right? The purpose of life. Does anyone know the purpose of life? I mean, if you do, type it in the comments. What is the purpose of? I'm gonna type it. Ready? What is the purpose of life? Waiting for my computer to catch up. Oh, you are wrong. Not porpoise like a fucking dolphin. No, not that purpose. So we have to pass roll. Not that far, you fucking. Anyway. That is the question of the ages, right? See, this is how Bill. Fuck you, Bill Gates, trying to fuck with me. You know what? Let's just take it from the top. Because this is important. If anyone can answer this question, be official.
A drop anytime soon. That's what the head of the
I love how organized this. Love how organized this channel is, and I love how organized. All right. Where's the other shit? Boom. What is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? The answer is in question. Boom. What's the purpose? And that's what this is all really about. Everything I do, every video I've ever made, everything I've ever said. All right. What is the purpose of life? And I'm just tired of looking at this fucking towel. Because the purpose of life is not this towel. You have to ask yourself that. What's it all about? What's the purpose of life? What are we here for? What are we doing with our life? What do you want to do? But the answer is this. And this fucking buffering won't stop. What is the purpose? What are we here for? What are you trying to do? Right? That's still not the answer. That's just the question. What is all this about? Hey, everybody, everybody who ever been on the show, every time I've been somewhere, what's the purpose of it all? Why do I do all this? Why do I choose to live my life? There's an answer. And it makes sense. And it's actually so simple, you wouldn't believe what it is. But because of the buffering, the suffering,
Expand your career opportunities with an MBA from UC Online. Evolving
I'm still buffering.
for a changing world.
Still buffering.
Crazy, man. You know what? You know what? When you said that last time, I was kind of tripping, right? But now, you're right. I'm crazy. But you know what else? I don't give a fuck. No.
I am living a nightmare, or a reality so distorted that I no longer know the difference.
You're a beast, not a man, my dear, so don't
High-beam creature of the North Star, dark force, family from Warsaw with war scars. Extraterrestrial, a short beast, sport chief. Now that I am home, I'm causing more grief. Cannibal, I catch my prey and have a warm feast. Grotesque, the obese, damn fucking coke freaks and go sheets. I'm the fucking man, that's a state of mind. Get it, then I spin it till I'm broke. The only way to grind. Can't help it, I'm self-destructive. When I rip myself apart, that's when I'm so productive. It's fucked up when I say I fucked up again. Fall it on my face and I get back up again. It's addicted to the suffering. Pop six buffering. Get back to hustle, I'm a beast, not do with love. I'm wise as a serpent, but innocent as dove. Lyrically unloading, not so hot, they're exploding. It's not so old, it's corroding. Right like a pony, hot on peyote. Eyes popping out like a wily coyote. Not one iota, one guy older, one guy younger has the hunger I'm holding. In my city, on my side of the country, I'm the greatest. That's it, point blank, flat out, no debate. In the mood to work, not in the mood to play. I'm never putting up tomorrow what I can do today. And I ain't following no rules, so there's no rules to break. I got moves to make, and no these rules to break. I Lucifers and liars, setting fires all the time. Misguided angel, I'm inspiring your mind. The weekend is here, the kids are doing drugs, and the club's having fun while I'm busy spewing blood. I love to stick my cock into the mouths of all these girls, but I've never mountain lords risen. Lyrically unloading, not so hot, they're exploding. It's not so old, it's corroding. Right like a pony, hot on peyote. I'm stopping out like a wily coyote. Not one guy older, one guy older, one guy younger. The hunger I'm holding in my city, on my side of the country, I'm the greatest. That's it, point blank, flat out, no debating. So for the joy, thinking it will never end. While the kids are taking pills, dancing in the devil's den. Right now I'm at 3, trying to get to level 10. Other local rappers worried about the parties and the friends. That's why I'm alone, that's why I'm at home. That's why I ain't answering these texts on my phone. These messages be off the girls on the phone. Eventually the quicker I can look for other tones. And I will be right here, writing up a storm. When I'm ready to spit lightning, I get lighting on the horn. I have finished writing, meet me at the chamber. You ask me how it went, I'll say rappers are in danger. Lyrically unloading, so hot they're exploding. It's not so old, it's corroding. Right like a pony, hot on peyote. I'm popping out like a wily coyote. Not one guy older, one guy older, one guy younger. Has the hunger I'm holding in my city, on my side of the country. I'm the greatest. That's it, point blank, flat out, no debating.